Grand Seiko is esteemed for its deep-rooted heritage and steadfast dedication to horological superiority. As we embark on this voyage, we'll uncover the intricate tapestry that intertwines Seiko with the annals of watchmaking history. Embraced worldwide within the watch aficionado community, Seiko has earned its accolades by seamlessly merging time-honored craftsmanship with state-of-the-art innovation. Renowned for their precision, resilience, and avant-garde designs, Seiko timepieces have cultivated a devoted following. Join us as we delve into 5 extraordinary Seiko watches, not only exploring their technical brilliance, but also delving into the collective admiration that has solidified Seiko's esteemed reputation. The first watch on the list is the winner of the 2021 GPHG Men's Watch Prize. It's the Grand Seiko SLGH5 White Birch. It also won the Red Dot Design Awards Best of the Best in 2022. So here's why it was able to dominate over all the other prize contenders. First, the case comes at a diameter of 40 mm, 47 mm lug to lug, and a thickness of 11.7 mm. It comes with a Zaratsu polished stainless steel exterior and a see-through screw case back. Its braceleted is also made of the same material with a band width of 22 mm and a 3-fold clasp with push-button release. This case, of course, houses the dial that this watch gets its name from. It features a mesmerizing silver texture that captures the dynamism of white birch with a smooth sweep of deep blue in the second hand. The hour and minute hands, as well as the indexes, feature incredibly complex geometry, lending the overall legibility of the dial. And lastly, we have a date aperture replacing the 3-hour index. All of this beauty is covered by box-shaped sapphire crystal with an anti-reflective coating on the inner surface. The white birch is also the first steel production model to utilize the 9SA5 caliber movement, the pinnacle of 9S caliber design, which boasts a groundbreaking dual-impulse escapement and an 80-hour power reserve. All in all, a very well-rounded, breathtaking timepiece. The next watch is very similar in many ways to the first one. It's Grand Seiko's darling amongst watch collectors the world over. The SPGA 211 Snowflake gets its name from its delicately decorated dial. But before we talk about the dial, we'll start with the case. It has a diameter of 41 mm, 49 mm lug to mug, and a thickness of 12.5 mm. This watch also comes with a Zaratsu finish, but on a much harder material, which is high-intensity titanium. And just like the first watch, this one also has a see-through screw case back. As for the braceleted, it's made of the same material with a band width of 20 mm and a 3-fold clasp with push-button release. The dial on the Snowflake, as the name suggests, is inspired by the snow-covered Hataka Mountains. It closely resembles the dial of the white birch, as it shares every other design elements except for the texture, which is more snow-like, as we said, and a power reserve indicator. Covering this dial is a dual-curved sapphire crystal with an anti-reflective coating on the inner surface. The Snowflake boasts a spring drive movement with a 9R65 caliber design, which has a 72-hour power reserve. This watch has to be the quintessential spring drive watch, and a cult favorite. The third watch on our list, the Grand Seiko SLGT3 Kodo Constant Force Tourbillon, named after the Japanese word for heartbeat, is the most visually dramatic and technically impressive watch in Grand Seiko's repertoire. It is most known for its mechanism, which we'll talk about later, but for now let's start with the case. It's a platinum 950 and brilliant hard titanium case, with a diameter of 43.8 mm and a thickness of 12.9 mm. The strap looks like, but isn't stingray. It is 100% calfskin treated with Urashi lacquer, and has a platinum 950 3-fold clasp with push-button release. As for the dial, hardly anything you see on the face of the watch can be considered as such, save for the skeletonized hour and minute track at 12 o'clock. On it are incredibly well-finished, multifaceted hour markers. The time in hours and minutes are indicated by 2 hands of substantial thickness and finishing. There's also a power reserve display at 8 o'clock, but of course everything else is the full glory of the movement inside. This movement is a combination of a tourbillon and a constant force mechanism as one unit on a single axis. Its in-house caliber is the 9ST1 with a power reserve of 72 hours. The Kodo is the first watch in history to make such a movement combination. That's why it has set the stage for an ongoing legacy of high-complication masterpieces. Its name referring to how its movement features TEN beats per second, the SLGC1 Tentagraph is the first of its kind in 16 years. But we'll talk about the movement later. For now, let's check out the case. It's a titanium case with a diameter of 43.2 millimeters, 51.5 millimeters lug to lug, and a thickness of 15.3 millimeters. The bracelet matches the case material, which again is titanium, and has a threefold clasp with push-button release. As for the dial, it's a pentagraph dial that comes with an empty E-weight pattern in a deep blue color. On this dial, we also have 3 recessed sub-dials, one at 9 o'clock for chronograph minutes, another at 6 o'clock for chronograph hours, and a final one at 3 o'clock for running seconds. There is also a date window at the 4:30 position. The hour and minute hands are brushed with polished edges, as well as faceted hour markers. And to top it all off, most of these components are loomed for better visibility. Now let's talk about the long-awaited movement. It's a 9SC5 movement, which, as we mentioned, features TEN beats per second. It has a 3-day power reserve and is an automatic chronograph as a cherry on top. Grand Seiko is known for its somewhat restrained, conservative aesthetic, but the Tentagraph shows they're more than capable of making a conventionally handsome sports watch. And lastly, as the final watch on the list, we have Grand Seiko SPGH 255, an uncompromisingly serious dive watch. It is the biggest watch Grand Seiko produces, weighing in at a robust 46.9 mm in diameter, 50.8 mm lug to lug, and a thickness of 17 mm. It is made of high-intensity titanium with a Zaratsu polish, and designed to withstand pressures encountered in saturation diving down to a depth of 600 meters. Its dial is made of pure iron in order to protect the movement from the harmful effects of magnetism. The result is quite a unique look. It's graded to resemble bubbles rising to the surface of water. It's black with gilt outline indices, silver hour and minute hands, and a gilt seconds hand. The GS logo is in silver, and the dial printing is gilt with a date window at 4 o'clock. The bracelet is also titanium with the same finish, and a 3-fold clasp with a secure lock and push-button release, and a solid and slide adjuster. The beating heart of the SPGH 255 is the high-beat 9S85 movement with a 55-hour power reserve. Overall, it's a slightly incongruous, yet masculine piece that demonstrates that exceptional finishes, top-grade movements, and extraordinary dials don't have to be reserved for only the surface. If you guys like this video or this video helped you, please give the video a like. Links to all the products mentioned are in the description below. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Till next time, I will see you guys later.